How do you pronounce this? Fedor by 9? Alright, this is a poem by one of Kiriel's friends, I think is what it was, if I recall correctly. Coming from a distant land, they want someone... Oh, Fyodor. Okay. Fyodor? Fyodor? By 9. Coming from a distant land, they want someone to lend a hand. For help with school, it's hard and cruel, and makes one seem like such a fool. When all their hope seems to be lost, all their faith aside they tossed, won't take the bus, mind makes a fuss, their path back home not dangerous. Or so they maybe thought at first, a wrong turn turning to the worst. There was a tent right where they went, a gypsy witch an offer sends. A conversation comes and goes, a hand of cards they now hold close. A new day starts with missing parts of memory about the cards. As school resumes curriculum, an overwhelming tedium, the cards appear and right on here a spell is written down quite clear. A presence who appears from void, a loner who would be quite annoyed, but here's the hook, they share their look, it's clone creation by the book. A clone appeared due to a spell, to help you out that would be swell. To use as aid, if not afraid, there is no point for you to wait. And so a clone appears instead of where a normal person tread. It seems the same to any brain, so no suspicion it would gain. However, what's inside its head, a big brown pile of dirt instead, it lacks the brain that it can't gain, its head is like an empty frame. It truly seems to not be smart, no worthy summon from the card. If it can't learn, it must return, a new clone will now take its turn. A summoned clone with intellect that leaves no single fact unchecked. It masters all where others fall and stands above its classmates tall. That lump of gray between his ears is clearly what ahead him steers. What one not had which made him bad, it all seems to have gone to this smart lad. But since the world's too dumb for it, it too is not a perfect fit. Clone number 3 must surely be the final one for all to see. Another clone appears in school. Dante seems quite smart and cool. With laziness, not helplessness, it seems to be a full success. Ambitions burning bright and red, while free of care this life he led. His nature chill, his dreams a thrill, where on day he will earn his fill. A clone so popular and nice, a new class star is on the rise. While all seems well and life is swell, it's just a clone, another shell. The one whose duplicate runs free does also live their life with glee, a stolen life in which clones thrive, but that doesn't cause him any strife. The clones, however, are upset, their names Fyodor seems to forget, are numbered through, not one he knew, and couldn't care what digits do. Another day, now Felix comes, and kindness through his veins just runs, a trait they lose when they feel used, a test was failed due to this ruse. A shining bright and yellow sun is just the person he's become. Despite his fail and forceful bail, he still shines on throughout this tale. A lady quite advanced in years sees meanwhile what quite appears like there's not one, but two who run the exact life of one son. The clones now want to free themselves, no longer be like stock on shelves, so they began to hatch a plan before their master that would ban. So during their discussion now, most to one's opinion bow. Pix says his piece, one disagrees, but they don't care for Felix's pleas. As Pix's quick explanation starts, the clone's Fyodor thinks to discard, yet somehow still, his role they fill, his image will a new clone kill. A little green behind the ears, but stops at nothing without fears, must stand on top and never drop, his genius just cannot flop. So Vero bullies everyone, with vandalism he's begun. A race to mind is far from kind, Cut's power is to reason blind. Fyodor now finally comes back, the school he knew was quite a wreck. The sight is cruel, but they're a fool in thinking clones are just a tool. 'Cause after all, to him they're just these nameless things that are often cussed. A number still do what they will, to him that's basically the drill. And still the old woman observes, could be a blessing or a curse, can't prove the fact of these lives packed, for now the evidence just lacked. Umbrella is the next to go, a clone with self-esteem so low, they try their best like all the rest, but bullying is their failed test. A deep blue ocean made of tears and total lack of any cheers, that is his core, just tears galore, and every day there's even more. They suffer from anxiety and setbacks happen constantly, so as they fail, it's time to bail, another clone this shall entail. So Romeo now comes to be, a clone with quite a flirting spree, reaction stirred with every flirt that each and every classmate heard. A world of pink and full of love, in front, behind, down, and above, is what he sees the slightest breeze is set up for his romantic pleas. And so they romance everyone, or try at least while having fun, with poetry, with floral glee, with hearts on tests and more to see. Not even friends are safe from this, which even I would rather miss. The shameful clone, this flirty drone, yet Fyodor's half impressed alone. And still a certain woman sees and looks for proof on hands and knees. She doesn't know how this will go, prepared to end this with one blow. One last clone, the king of spades, quite aggressively behaves. He beats up all, both big and small, and even objects take the fall. A deep dark purple malice brews, with quite a few obvious clues. No hidden rage, an open page, as he does openly engage. No end to all this massive rage. He leaves the school like it's a cage, but one more soul must feel some toil, as they block the path, face now in soil. Now finally the lady calls, the cops shall soon stand in his halls, and soon this game shall end in blame, as cops on Fyodor's house now gain. Fyodor meanwhile is quite relaxed, enjoys his morning to the max, but suddenly he starts to see the cops arrive, so he must flee. He leaves behind his chance to talk and runs to his apartment block, but once he's there, much worse he'll fare, as Pick now waits with evil glare. The clone seeks freedom for his kin, that by Fyodor enslaved have been. They wreck his home, leave not alone, insult with words like sticks and stones. And all these clones reveal to him what truly they have always been. They're the same, from him they came, each amplified a trait they claim. Their home life is just chaos pure, they fight among themselves for sure. All on the brink makes Felix think that Pick's authority must shrink. Where Fyodor fails to send them back, Felix helps pick up the slack. Now they have gone where they belong, they give their thanks like naught went wrong. That is Fyodor by 9.